Welcome back to the Bluffton News. Dr. Lynn Geiger is with me now, and she is a board member for the Lowcountry Alliance for Healthy Youth. And of course, September is Suicide Awareness Month, and so we're going to talk about that as it relates to teens. So thank you for being with me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Thank you.
Yes. And so let's talk about some warning signs of teen suicide.
So I think one of the most important ones is when teens are actually talking about suicide, or you can actually find them making plans about suicide. And so nowadays we see so much of teens doing research online or watching YouTube videos about suicide or talking about celebrities that have committed suicide. So those are some real obvious ones.
Yeah.
But the more subtle ones might be withdrawn behavior, being really grouchy or irritable, sleeping too much, staying up all night so they avoid people, things of that sort. And of course, when you see a teen in a lot of emotional pain or a lot of distress, whether it's from a romantic breakup or something else, those are also warning signs.
And so is there new behavior that we're seeing? Like you mentioned YouTube, which obviously was something that wasn't a sign in the past. What other kind of new behavior are we seeing that we might be looking out for?
I don't think it's new behavior so much as I think that we have new thoughts about an awareness that suicide is has an ebb and a flow to it, that it's not there every single minute. Comes and goes. And so that what we really want to do is pay attention to that. Of course, when under more stress, their risk increases. When teens have what we consider a temporary failure, they didn't do well on an exam or didn't do well on a standardized test, or they did poorly at an athletic event, or again a romantic breakup. Those things are very stressful for them because it's so often a new experience. And that awareness of you want to pay attention to those times and move in at those periods of the highest risk.
And so if we are seeing warning signs in somebody we care about, what are the ways that we can help them most effectively so that we don't isolate them further?
So, I think it was the very old idea now that don't talk about it. I think everyone now knows if you're worried about something, ask about it. But I think the other part is we're realizing that we can really help teens develop a crisis plan so that when they recognize this, they themselves can be more proactive. And part of that is clarifying, who is their support network? And again, we tend to focus on it's other teens, but we really want to expand that to grandparents, a favorite aunt or uncle, a teacher, a counselor at school. And I'll tell you, I have just been so impressed in the last several years how teens have spoken to a friend, and then the friend has gone to a counselor or gone to a parent. So the first step is, developing who's in their support network. And then the other thing is to develop distraction techniques. So if you can go out by yourself and exercise, or if you can go walk with a parent or a friend, or coloring or drawing to distract yourself, taking a bike ride, that's for younger teens. Older teens fight that idea. Most teens have a happy playlist of upbeat music, so using their happy playlist instead of the, let me kill myself playlist. Just that sense of there is hope, that this is just a moment in time. This isn't your whole life.
Right. And so are there resources too that parents or loved ones or friends can go to kind of help them through this process of helping somebody else?
So our organization, the Lowcountry Alliance for Healthy Youth, our website, which is that first part abbreviated, LCA, healthyyouth.com. If you click on that e-news tab, we have a long list of resources there that can be used. There's also the National Suicide Prevention Hotline that parents can call as well as teens. And that number is 800-273-TALK. And I think you might have that on your crawling piece down below.
Yes.
That's really, really helpful. But also, I think that general practitioners, if your child's pediatrician or counselor, those people also are great resources.
Well, Dr. Lynn, thank you so much for being with us. It was great information and a conversation that's very much needed to have, so we appreciate it.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it so much.
What is NAMI? We'll learn all about it next.